All right, I'm here. Right as I went live, my mom called me. I'm like, wow. I'm in home for a couple minutes because I ran out to shop, do some shopping and stuff. And then I said, look at this. As soon as I come online, bang. I'm like, of course, it's always something. Then I had to write down all these appointments from my dad. He's got an appointment tomorrow, appointment on the 7th, and an appointment on the 12th. And guess who has to take him? Yours truly. And then I'm supposed to be able to work. Yeah. I work when I can, I guess. Yep, it always happens, and it's always me, and it always all these dates are all on the dates that no one else is available. But guess who has to be available? Me. Hey Holly, how you doing? I got your donation. Thanks. I just finished paying my last two bills online. I went all the way. I started to go to the other side of the island. There's like a place that's like 20 minutes away from here. It's like a big ass like place that's like a warehouse place that has all this stuff. It's all good stuff there. I buy like bulk things there. So on my way there, there was like maybe a big accident or something. I don't know what the hell happened. The line of cars were ridiculous, so I had to go all the way around just to get to it. And I'm saying to myself, I left home early so I can get there before lunch, beat the traffic, and it went all backwards. I went early and I ended up getting into traffic. I ended up going all the way around. And I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me, man. I just like I was like, yeah, that's why I stayed the fuck home. I should have stayed home and worked in my workshop today and just said I ain't going nowhere. But at least on my way back, the traffic was gone. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna take my damn time and bang. Yeah, tomorrow's the last day for bills. I paid my internet and cable bill like a day or two before, and I paid my social insurance for like a day or two before because they always like send the bill at the last minute, so I'll pay you at the last minute too. And my cable and internet's gone down by like it used to go up, but it went up, but then I got a package deal. Ever since I got this computer, you know, they gave me like this big deal through the company because I've been there so long, and now I pay less than $300 for my internet and my cable. So that's like a miracle. I'm like, thank God. I was paying over 300. Now I'm paying less. And I'm like, finally, I got a deal. But if you don't like go there physically and like get a deal and all that, like you'll be getting fucked the whole time. Like you be just like, yeah, whatever. But see, I don't really pay attention to all that shit, you know? And then when I went there, I ended up getting a better deal. Cause like you have to like sign a contract and I ain't got sometimes I don't have time for that bullshit. I'd rather just pay whatever and just go about my business. But thank God I did because now I pay less. And my social insurance is like $300 a month. So that way I can get pension at the end of, retirement. But even that, the bill comes like sometimes it comes late, sometimes it comes on the date. I already know how much I have to pay. So if I'm late, it's on me despite I get the bill or not. Because all my bills I pay online. I don't go nowhere to pay bills. And today I paid everything, like the last two bills I had. So I'm happy. I paid my mom and dad's electricity bill last week. And then obviously I paid mine. I don't have any more bills, not that I know of. And I just finished writing down a whole pile of appointments from my dad. It's like a never ending fucking story. Yeah. I remember when I paid rent in my old apartment, they wanted cash up front. They wanted $800 cash up front. Like they wanted it on the first of every month. And sometimes I was a little late or they were like not around. So I would just say, oh, well, I would call them and say, what you want me to do? Put it in an envelope and slip it underneath your door? They're like, no, 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 that's okay. You can give it to us tomorrow. Then I started giving it to them like 2 days before. Then I started working there because they didn't know that I knew how to like change windows and doors and all that shit. They're like, "Oh, we're gonna buy a new door and a new window for the apartment you're in, and we want you to put it in. We'll take 2 months of rent off." I'm like, "Yeah, okay, cool, sounds good to me." I was so happy with those people. They were so nice. It was a nice apartment. It wasn't nicer than my one now. My apartment now is way better, but it was a decent apartment at the time. But yeah, I ended up getting free rent just for doing work. So I was like, yeah, I should take a drive down there and see what my old apartment looks like. Take a picture of it and show my nephews and say I used to live here like almost 30 years ago. Can't believe how long it's been. I moved in there when I was 19 and I'm 48. So like 29 years ago, I moved out of home and went to that apartment. At 19 years old, I was paying $800 rent and I paid for internet, cable, phone, electricity, and I had no washer and dryer. I would take all my clothes to my mom's house and wash it down there. It was a task back then, but I can afford it at the time because when I was 19, I had three different incomes, so it was nice. Yeah, see that's crazy how you have to go to the bank just to pay for the rent. Yeah, yeah, exactly, Holly. That's why I pay all my. But even when I don't know about you guys, but every bill that I pay for online, if it's like if it's like a if I have to send the money if I have to pay a bill that's through a different bank, I have to pay 50 cents for the transfer just by paying a bill online. So my bank to another bank in Bermuda, bank to bank, I have to pay 50 cents just to pay the bill. So if I have to pay $100 for a bill, I have to pay 150 cents just to transfer the money to the other bank, and it's all the same currency, but the bank charges 50 cents just to pay the bill, right? And then it's 25 cents. No, actually, no, it's 50 cents now. It was 25 cents, but now it's 50 cents per bill that I pay online, like to transfer or something like that. Some bullshit I have to pay, like, and then you get a compliance fee. Then you get this fee, that fee. Then it's like now it's like $75 a year just to have a credit card. And they charge you like every July, they send like it'll say on your bill, next month's bill will be an extra $75 just to have, it's like the fee. And I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I remember when it was like $35 to have a credit card for the whole year just to have one. Now it's $75 a year just to have a credit card. Even if you don't use it, it don't even matter. I'm like, wow, some fucking bullshit. Yep, to pay your taxes. See, they charge 250 to pay online. Oh, you guys pay more than me. Shit, I'm over here complaining about 50 cents. It's crazy, man. Everything's like, even when I went to this grocery store, the paper towel has gone up even more now. It's fucking ridiculous. Yep, it's absolutely insane, is right. I don't know, man. It's so annoying. It's just some fucking bullshit. That's what it is. Absolute bullshit. But it's all good. It's life. It is life. Yeah, I mean, I'll pay whatever because I don't like going nowhere, and you can you base gas going there anyway, so you're better off paying things online. That's what I told my parents. I said, look, just give me the money because they don't want me to pay for their electricity bill, and I ain't paying for it anyway. They could pay for it. I pay for other shit. So I told my mom, look, just give me the cash for the electricity bill, and I'll pay for it online. Oh, you can do that? I'm like, yes, mom. I told you already. I can pay for your bill online. It doesn't matter. Yeah, same here. I use my because I can't get my PayPal money. Like I can't get like if I wish I can transfer my PayPal earnings that I make on here. I wish I could transfer it to my bank account, but it doesn't work that way because PayPal is not linked with Bermuda banks. Bermuda banks refuse to deal with PayPal because it's not a Bermudian company. So I'm like, you fucker. So like no, I can't find like a app that I can use on here to make money to go send it to my bank account. The only way YouTube sends the super chats that I get. So when I get a super chat at the end of the month, they send me the check. But it has to be over $100 or else they won't send the check. So it's kind of like if I make over $100, they'll send a check. If I don't, then they won't send a check. They'll wait for the following month, which hasn't happened, but which is good. So at least I get a check from YouTube now every month if I get super chats and stuff. So it's nice. Yeah, see, that's nice. But see, I wish I could do it here, but I can't. So what I do is when my PayPal has a decent amount of money in it, what I'll do is I'll go to a website that takes PayPal and I'll buy something off of there. I wish Amazon would do it. I would use it more often, but Amazon don't take PayPal. You have to use your credit card. But like Adidas.com, all these sports places I go to, I'm allowed to pay PayPal, Home Depot. There's a few other places that I've used PayPal for, and they accept it. And then I was going to I was when I go on Nike.com, it has the PayPal option, right? But they would block my PayPal because it's not an American account. It's a Bermudian. It's like because I'm in Bermuda, so it's linked to a Bermudian account, which doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Because that PayPal money is nothing to do with Bermuda. It's a PayPal account. You're taking the money from PayPal, not my account, not my Bermuda account. So I find that's very stupid as well. Yeah, exactly. We said it at the same time. So like Nike.com won't allow me to use my PayPal and Dick's Sporting Goods won't allow me to use my PayPal. It's dumb, very dumb. And I've called them, I've talked to them, and they're like, sorry, we can't do that. And I'm like, but why? Oh, because you live in Bermuda. But that's besides the point. You're getting the money from a PayPal account, not Bermuda. It's nothing. PayPal has nothing to do with Bermuda. Oh, but it's linked to your account. And I'm like, man, fuck you people. You people must not want money. You must be rich then. No problem. So there is some downfalls to it all, but that's why like I go to Adidas.com a lot because anything I want to buy off of there, it PayPal takes the PayPal one time, no problem. And like I said, even eBay takes PayPal. When I want something off of eBay, PayPal, no problem. Yeah, Walmart uses PayPal too. Home Depot, like I said, there's tons of places that use PayPal, so it's perfect for me. And there's a place that I get all my sports stuff from called Fanatics, and they also use PayPal, which is like perfect for me because that's the place that I go to the most and spend money on sports stuff is Fanatics, which is a place that I buy all my sports shit. Yeah, Amazon won't do it. You got to glue it back together, and Yeah, I went to Amazon plenty of times and they don't have a PayPal option. There's no PayPal option on there, but eBay has the option, no problem. I wish I can pay for stuff on uh and I have Amazon Prime too. And if I can pay by my credit card, then why I should be able to pay for, pay with it by PayPal on here, but it doesn't allow me to. I'm surprised as well, but here in Bermuda, we were supposed to get Cash App, but now they said no because apparently they don't want to deal with the Bermuda system and all this bullshit. And I'm like, you know what, man, fuck you people. Holly, you can ask your question when you're ready. I believe you sent me a PayPal. I think, yeah, yeah, you did, yeah. I was saying to myself, what the hell? All right, let's see. Does Spirit have any messages to me about my future? You're a child to them, man. They're like hundreds of years old. You know that? So you're just a child to them. Will always be a child to an 80-year-old or a 100-year-old person. All right, so Holly, what I see for the future, as far as what Spirit's saying here, is try to not get distracted by the lame offers that you get from men, especially like if you feel like the men around you that are offering you to take you out or offering dates or they're not offering anything to you, don't take it in a personal way. They just want you to have someone that's reliable and someone that meets your standards and someone who's not going to frustrate you or interfere in your life. So what I'm getting is that if you have a man trying to come to you in a love sense, offer you love or try to offer you a date, make sure that you, even if it doesn't work out, it's because it wasn't meant to work out. And you might also make plans sometimes to do things, and if it doesn't work, just remember that the plans weren't supposed to happen anyway. But in the future, there could be like a man that tries to flatter you, seduce you, talk to you. This man could be your age or maybe younger, and it's not you'll see the frustration and the way the person tries to meet your standards or try to be cool with you, but you're gonna realize that this person is not about what they say. Yeah, exactly. So that's gonna continue going into the future. Now the good thing is what I see is you could be going on some type of trip or some type of travel. If you're thinking about traveling, you can if you want to. Um, if you're not going to travel in the next 6 weeks or 6 months, then I would say this could be like you overcoming your difficulties and like having success after you like having anxiety about certain things. If you live next to the water, they're trying to say also like, go to the beach side, go to the water side, enjoy the actual fresh air, the ocean breeze, you know, just so you could clear your head about everything, you know? Okay, cool. So that makes sense then. Yeah. So that should be a good travel trip. That should be good overall. That's gonna be fine. Even if it's like in the next 6 days or anything like that. But the end at the end here, you got the nine of cups. So The overall thing is they want you to know that what's more important for them, for you, as far as they're concerned, is good health. Having good health, having your difficulties being surmounted, being stable, having success, getting an advantage of your own well being. If you want to buy things, you'll be able to buy things materialistic wise. You'll be getting a victory as far as like those things. But the love department still looks upside down here. So they're saying for you not to focus on the love part, even though you want that. So, it seems like that all the time, but like I tell you and a lot of people, sometimes, love isn't meant for us because people don't even know how to love anybody anyway. And the good ones are all gone. There is some good people left, but unfortunately, you find them late in life, or you find them and then they end up not being what you think they are. But spirit wants you to basically focus on, your health and your well-being, this trip, this travel, this little thing, you have with your mom, and not to worry about like, the bullshit with dating and all that stuff. Yeah, it's going things are gonna get better as far as that, just like you making yourself better. And in order to like there's nothing here about finances, but that wish card is like you having some advantage with your health and your difficulties. So it can mean that, as well. Like, it can mean like getting what you really want. So if your finances need to be, if you need your finances to be better, you can possibly have those better within you know a certain amount of time if that's your wish. Yeah, watch out for men. Yeah. All right, and take care. Yeah. So there was no love stuff there, but they said if you do have somebody around that tries to seduce you, it's not worth it. But the things that we want the most, sometimes we can't get. And whatever we have to remember that someone else is wishing for what we have already. And sometimes being in love is not the greatest thing in the world compared to other things that we need in our lives at the time. You know, I'd rather have my life now than have none of that and like be in a relationship. you know, as much as that sounds some crazy to some people, but honestly, I love my life. I'm good. I got my workshop, my business. I got my family. I got, my dog. I got my apartment here. I got my life. Got my new van. I'm good financially. Everything is good. If I end up getting a woman, she can ruin my life and ruin my happiness. If I allow her to, obviously, because obviously you have to allow it to happen in order for it to happen. Well, it'll come when it happens, and if it doesn't, oh well. At least at least you'll be prepared for whatever happens. I saw a friend of mine. He has a YouTube channel as well, and he got married early, and I believe he had a daughter from this girl, and then she cheated on him, and then left Bermuda, and like he was devastated. He got all messed up. He aged very fast. He was very skinny, malnourished. Like he looked anorexic. He looked very bad. And then he came out of that whole rut, and like he came out of that whole situation, got divorced, and like 20 years later he found this woman recently, and like she's now on his YouTube channel and they have fun, and it almost brought tears to my eyes today when I saw how happy he was, because I can look at the video and see the happiness that he has now finding somebody in his early 40s. He's like maybe I would say He's probably like maybe 41 now, maybe 42, because he's probably like 6 or 7 years younger than me. But he's so happy now. He looks so different, and he's so happy to have like his girlfriend, and she seems happy with him as well. So things change for people. Like sometimes you got to go through hell in order to reach your goals and reach your what you really want in life. So yeah, a lot of people get married early and think it's great. Yeah. So sometimes it happens later on in life. So whatever the case may be. You're welcome, Holly. No problem. Wish you the best always. Hope it all works out. When we can't find love, we can love ourselves. That's the best thing to do. That's what I do every day. I love myself. I love my family, my friends. I love what I do. I don't need a woman to make me happy, like, 'cause she's just gonna fucking annoy me probably. Unless she's a good woman, which yeah, those are hard to find. Especially here. There's not much choice. All the good ones are gone. But yeah. Yeah, keep loving yourself. That's the best way. Well, that's a good thing. I consider myself a good man too, but a lot of women don't want that. They want somebody they can run their lives. They can run the person's life. But being a good woman is good. Somebody will find you. You know what I mean? One day someone will find us. In the meantime, I'll keep working on myself and staying away from the hoods. I gotta write down my damn list before I go down to the store in a little while. I'm gonna go to the grocery store and get what I need to make lasagna tonight. Trying to think what else I need from the store. Got milk for my coffee. Actually, tomorrow I can go down there and get that. You know what? Detergent. I have that. I'm wondering what else I need. I got dog food. I got coffee. Got sugar. Um, I think I'm gonna make cookie brownies tonight. I feel like a treat. It's better than buying brownies. Might as well make it yourself. I got salad. I got the pasta. I got that. else I need? These damn dry leaves going everywhere. Oh yeah, that's what I need to get, a spray bottle. I think I have one. What else do I need? What else do I need? That's what I need, soup. Yeah, pretty much that's it. I'm gonna go to the store and get these real quick on my bike. And then I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna do it now before it's too late. What time is it? 2:12. All right, I'm gonna leave. I'll be back later on.